So you've decided to grow out your hair and you find yourself in that not so pleasant awkward stage. We get it. It's not always a walk in the park. But hey, before you reach for those scissors and chop it all off again, let's talk about some practical ways to navigate through the regrowth process without losing your cool. After all, it's just hair, and it'll grow back, right? We've all been there, that phase when your hair seems to have a mind of its own, making you look a bit shaggy, uneven, or just downright messy. It's what we affectionately call the awkward stage. Now, this stage is different for everyone, depending on your style, but one thing is certain, it's a real thing that can test your patience. Let's dive into some practical tips to help you sail through the regrowth stage and come out looking fabulous on the other side. Hide the worst of it. Okay, so your hair is doing its own thing and you're not quite feeling it. No worries. Embrace accessories like hats, scarves, headbands, and even barrettes. Pin back longer sections, let them blend with the shorter parts, and voila, problem concealed. Bobby pins can also be your trusty sidekick. Just pin down those unruly strands and carry on with your day. Try a splash of color. Uneven regrowth got you down? Consider adding a pop of color to distract the eye. Whether it's subtle highlights or a bold change, a little color can take the focus away from the unevenness while letting your personal style shine through. Get hair extensions. Impatience kicking in? If waiting for your natural hair to catch up feels like an eternity, think about trying some hair extensions. They can provide the extra length you crave and add fullness to your growing out hair, making the regrowth process a bit more bearable. Create a focal point. Sometimes all it takes is directing attention away from the awkward regrowth. Experiment with updos, slick sections back with some gel, and play with hairstyles that draw the eye to a specific area. Pair it with a killer eye makeup, and suddenly, no one will notice the in-between stage. Not even you. Get another haircut. Now, we're not suggesting you go back to that super short do you're trying to grow out. However, regular visits to your stylist are crucial during this phase. They've got a bag of tricks to make your hair look amazing at every stage of the growth process. A trim here and there can work wonders, keeping you looking fresh and stylish. Now let's start with the basics. First things first, where are you heading? Are you aiming for that slick back medium flow, a man bun, or maybe channeling your inner Jason Momoa? Having a clear end goal is crucial, not just for your sanity, but also to calculate how long this hair growing business will take. Plus, having a destination in mind helps your stylists work their magic more efficiently. If you're going for the Leonardo DiCaprio vibe, they might give you an undercut to tide you over until your locks reach the desired length. Now, let's assume you're beginning with a buzz. You've shaved it all off, and you're at what we lovingly call the tennis ball phase. Imagine your hair grows out evenly, turning your head into a fuzzy tennis ball. Cute, right? But don't be fooled. The road to long hair isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. On average, hair grows about a half an inch per month. To get those flowing locks, you'll need at least 9 inches of hair. Quick math, that's about a year and a few months of commitment for most guys. During these initial months, your hair is short and your scalp is practically begging for attention. It's the ideal time to lay the foundation for a healthy scalp, setting the stage for thick, healthy hair growth. Now, I'm not saying you must do all this, but hey, it won't hurt to try a few tricks. First up, scalp exfoliation. Think of it as a spa day for your scalp. It helps with those pesky dry flakes that often get mistaken for dandruff. Next on the list is rosemary oil, your scalp's new best friend. It's like a nourishing hug for your head, promoting hair growth and thickness. And here's a simple dietary tweak. Load up on protein, especially eggs. They're like nature's multivitamin for your hair. If you're feeling a bit lazy or just want to keep things simple, there are hair vitamins like Sugar Bear that pack all the essentials for healthy hair in one sweet gummy package. Alright, so you've survived the initial phase, and your hair is starting to make a statement. Now comes the mid-length stage, the part where you question your life choices. It's that in-between stage, not too short, not too long, but definitely a little confusing. But chin up, my friend, because we've got some tips to keep you sane during this phase. Now embrace the hats. Seriously, they're your new best friends. Not only do they shield you from the elements, but they also give you a break from constantly questioning your reflection. Secondly, experiment with different hairstyles. Play around with what you've got. Try a slick back, a messy look, or even some light styling with hair products. It's all about finding what works for you and makes you feel confident. Now, as your hair inches towards the finish line, it's time for some maintenance. Regular trims might sound counterproductive, but they're essential to avoid those split ends that can turn your dreamy locks into a nightmare. Trust your stylist. They're like the guardians of your hair journey. Remember, everyone's hair is different, so what works for one person may not work for another. But if you're all starting with short hair, no surprises there. But here's the trick. Focus on the longest strand at the front. That strand is like your hair GPS, guiding you through the growth process. Lay it down to the side, and everything below becomes fair game for trims and cleanups without sabotaging the journey to luscious locks. Around 2 to 3 months in, it's cleanup time. Whether it's a taper, a low fade, or just a tidy trim, keep it exclusive to the sides and back. Following the front strand rule, your next cut might be a side part. After a few months, no more super short buzz on the sides. Your hair is starting to find its shape, and you're limited to subtle trims. Fast forward to 6 months. Ta-da! Welcome to the home stretch hair phase. The awkwardness is mostly behind you. Your mane has a nice shape, and you're inching closer to long-haired glory. Now, trims have become a rare event. Cut off those split ends, keep it neat, but don't go scissor crazy and undo months of growth. Here's a quick recap for the first 6 months. Start short. Create a healthy growth environment with easy scalp access. 2 months in, low taper fade or trim to avoid tennis ball hair. Follow the front strand rule for cuts. Think side part, gentleman's cut. At 6 months, you're in the home stretch. Minimal trims till you hit your goal. But hang on, folks. The journey doesn't stop there. Oh no, we're just getting started. Most guys hit a roadblock when their hair gets longer. It turns into a greasy, stringy, frizzy mess. If you've been rocking short hair forever, welcome to a new world where you actually have to take care of your locks for them to look good. This means hunting down the right products. Oils, masks, specific shampoos and conditioners. Brushing becomes your new best friend, and forget about your old washing routine. You need a plan now. If you thought growing it out was a breeze, think again. Achieving awesome long hair requires some serious effort. Even the way you dry it is going to be different. If you're tired of looking like a lost member of a 90s boy band during the growing out process, hit that subscribe button and join our hair harmony community. Remember, we've got more tips, tricks, and maybe a few questionable hairstyles along the way. The only thing more fabulous than a great mane is the confidence that comes with it. So, click subscribe, ring that notification bell, and let's banish the awkward phase together. Stay follicularly fabulous.